Hi, so this is the part 2 of a video topic, is knowing Android development enough? If you are new to this channel or if you haven't watched the part 1 video, then I would highly recommend you to watch the part 1 first and then come back later to this part 2 video. So in the first part of this video topic, I discuss how this idea came into my mind about becoming a multi-stack developer, what are the problems I faced as an independent software developer, how it is not possible to learn full-fledged backend for an app developer, what is BAS solution, what are the different types of BAS options we have currently in the market. So I would like to say here that if you have watched the part 1 video carefully and if you have followed whatever I have discussed there, then I would say that it's not difficult to move further. And from now here, I would say if you manage to learn one cloud service, not necessarily becoming a master into it, just getting an idea that how you can apply it and use it to build an infrastructure for your upcoming applications and projects. If you manage to do this, then I would say there is nothing that can stop you to become a person who will provide a full-fledged solution to any problem. Now, after knowing BAS service, and I would highly recommend you to know at least 2 of them, you can move forward with understanding at least one of the cloud services. And by learning cloud services, I mean you should be able to deploy a full-fledged infrastructure and leverage the power of cloud into your projects. Now, there are many solutions in the market. When it comes to cloud providers, the biggest 3 giants in the tech industry, Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, provides their cloud services as GCP for Google, Azure for Microsoft, and AWS for Amazon. There is one called as DigitalOcean, and there is one named Alibaba Cloud, but that's a different story. In this video, we're going to understand 2 of them, DigitalOcean and AWS. Now, when I talk about DigitalOcean, is the most easiest and most fastest way to get your entry into cloud computing journey. You can just literally search for a playlist on YouTube and can learn DigitalOcean in a week or 2. And you can use directly that knowledge of yours into your projects and your applications. And when we talk about implementing BAS solutions as a middle layer with any of the cloud solutions, in this case DigitalOcean, Firebase and AWS Amplify are something which is not possible to be used with DigitalOcean. Why? Because Firebase and AWS Amplify is the services which is the extension of their own cloud services, which is GCP and AWS. So with these 2 BAS services, it's not possible to be used it with DigitalOcean. Obviously, if you learn either of the cloud services from that BAS solutions, either GCP or AWS, you can leverage their power of both cloud solutions and BAS solution. But when it comes to using cloud services like DigitalOcean, the only option for BAS solution that we have is the open source BAS solution, which is AppWrite. So as I said earlier, AppWrite is a fantastic service, and because it is open source, you have a power of flexibility and self-hosting your complete backend infrastructure into any of the cloud provider. You can also even use your own home computer to host your website or your application. But that's not a completely practical solution. So in this case, you're going to rely on cloud providers only. Now, similar to DigitalOcean, AWS is also a gigantic cloud service and a dominating player when it comes to cloud computing services in the world. Now, if you start your journey by learning the cloud service like AWS, you have a bigger advantage here. Why? Because not only you can leverage the power of open source by implementing AppWrite into your AWS infrastructure, but also you can use AWS own BAS solution, which is AWS Amplify. So you have the best of both worlds if you learn AWS into your cloud journey. My personal recommendation to you would be to start with DigitalOcean and slowly move to the bigger players later. Now till this stage, if you have explored and follow all the things from part 1 and whatever things I have discussed in the part 2 video earlier, by imagining that you have a knowledge of app development, you have a knowledge of BAS solutions and how to implement it and deploy it with the infrastructure on any of the cloud solutions that you choose to learn, then I would say you are completely equipped to extend the same knowledge into the realm of web development as well. Let's understand how. So it's very easy to start with web development. You have to just start with understanding the languages like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Not necessarily become master into it, just you have to understand the nature of working of each language. You can start with some dummy and practice projects, understand the gist and the essence and the aura of each of the language and how the working of each language happens. Once you get that vanilla taste of each of the languages, understand the UI libraries for CSS like Tailwind and Bootstrap. This will help you to reduce the hassle of designing each web page using vanilla CSS. You can use the classes and libraries and nomenclature of these UI libraries. Especially the Tailwind is getting much attraction and much footstep into the development community these days. But I will not go into the deep of that thing because that's another story for another video. By the way, if you have seen my website for NoSaveApp, I have rigorously used Tailwind into that project. I have only used 50 lines of vanilla CSS into the entire project, and other than that, everything that you see as per design is completely built on top of Tailwind. So for understanding the real power of these UI libraries, do check out my website. I will give the link into the description of this video. Now, similar to CSS, there are front-end libraries for JavaScript as well, to reduce the hassle of writing that vanilla JavaScript each time into your projects. But initially, I would recommend that get your hands deep dirty into the JavaScript and how the JavaScript and how the entire working of JavaScript happens. And once you get mastered into it, you can move to the front-end libraries. Now, there are many libraries for JavaScript, but the famous ones are React.js, Vue.js, and Angular.js. And when we discuss this front-end library for JavaScript, I would say that if you want to know how to start your journey with web development by understanding a detailed path of how you can start by bits and pieces by pieces, then I have created a video onto this into my channel. It's a bit older, but I have shared a core principles and fundamentals of web development and how you can start your journey with it. So you can watch that video as well later if you want. I will share the link into the video description. So now let's diagrammatically recap whatever we have understand and learned throughout these two videos. And when you combine and integrate it and give it a thought, you will realize that you are now a person who is able to provide a comprehensive multi-platform solutions as per the client requirement to any of the person or company or business. And in a nutshell, this was my agenda with these two videos, to make you aware with the fact that yes, it is possible to become a person who knows everything and has every knowledge that is required, and it is possible to single-handedly provide all of these services in a comprehensive way. Now obviously I understand this fact that it is a time-consuming process. It even takes years if you follow this path realistically, but once you understand this, there is no way behind. You will get opportunities into the market and you will be able to leverage those opportunities in a best possible way. And even if you think to shift onto the job role in a future, you will get best of the best opportunities in any of the company that you apply for. And do you know why? Because you have a practical knowledge. And that is what matters in the industry. So if you have watched this video till now, and if you have also watched the part 1 video of this video topic, then I would definitely say that you have got some new perspective into your belt, and you have understand how the things work in real world and how you should approach the things and how you should move step by step strategically, especially if you are someone like me who provides their service independently into the industry. You will get many videos on internet and YouTube about how to start with something, what is the roadmap, what are the things that you have to learn. But there are very few people in the industry that gives you a glance by their own experience about the industry, that how everything works in a real picture. And I think that is more important than understanding the roadmaps and how-to videos. So if you find this video useful, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with your friends, because these are the kind of videos which I think are meant to share. Also, don't forget to share the part 1 video as well to give them a complete context. And I would also like to see you in the comment section below. Share your stories, share your personal experience there. I would love to read it. And with that, I would say that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Namaste.